They run out of oxygen, they weren't fit for the climb, right? And one of the hardest things is like when you discover that.
Look, there have been maybe 3 or 4 instances where you do get a call in the middle of the night.
Michelle Obama has long been admired for her elegance, compassion, and raw honesty, qualities that made her a global icon during her time as First Lady and still captivate the public today. But for years, the internet has been buzzing with rumors and cryptic whispers about the state of her marriage to Barack Obama. Whenever the tabloids whip up a frenzy, the speculation surges, dragging Michelle and Barack back into the spotlight. This time, though, things have taken a scandalous turn. The latest bombshell? Allegations of a secret affair between Barack Obama and none other than Jennifer Aniston. Wild stories are flooding social media, claiming that Michelle has finally broken her silence in a bold and emotional response. Rumors suggest she didn't hold back, addressing everything from the alleged relationship with the A-list actress to shocking claims that she may have fled the U.S. in emotional turmoil. Social media is exploding with posts, comments, and theories as this narrative spirals further, creating an online storm. Many users believe that Michelle's response marks a turning point, a moment where she has drawn the line and publicly set the record straight about her marriage. The biggest question on everyone's mind? Whether she's still standing by Barack's side, or if this alleged betrayal has pushed her to a breaking point. The chaos first ignited when a few scattered online accounts began circulating claims that Barack had supposedly confessed to Michelle about a hidden romance. Once that spark hit the internet, the rumor mill spun out of control, leaving everyone desperate to know what's next. In this swirling web of rumors, one name consistently emerges: Jennifer Aniston. According to some versions of the story, Barack allegedly named the Hollywood star as the other woman, creating a scandalous collision of politics and pop culture that the internet couldn't resist. For gossip lovers, it was the ultimate fantasy. America's polished former president tangled up with a beloved actress, all while Michelle Obama, known for her fierce loyalty and no-nonsense attitude, was caught in the middle. Gossip forums, blogs, and social media threads erupted, spinning tales of betrayal so intense it could rival a Hollywood drama. The narrative painted Michelle as blindsided by the affair, devastated beyond words, as some dramatic accounts described it. In mere days, these stories evolved into a full-blown scandal with vivid depictions of late-night confessions, tearful confrontations, and whispered ultimatums of divorce. The imagination of the internet had no limits. But then, the plot thickened even further. Some claimed that Michelle not only uncovered Barack's alleged secret, but made an immediate decision to distance herself from the chaos by leaving the country. This version of events suggested she was so heartbroken and overwhelmed that she couldn't bear to remain on American soil. Her departure was framed as an escape to regain her emotional balance and make sense of the betrayal. Online chatter filled in the details with striking imagery. There were descriptions of Michelle boarding a plane in the dead of night, disguised and under the radar, heading to a secret destination far away from prying eyes. Some speculated that she had sought solace with close friends in a remote European villa. Others imagined her on a serene tropical island, basking under the sun while trying to heal from the emotional shock. The frenzy didn't stop there. Some wild rumors even suggested she was scouting property overseas, signaling a potential permanent, or at least semi-permanent, break from the life she had built in the U.S.
Second-year associate at a law firm in Chicago. Winters in Chicago are deadly dreary. So the thought of leaving my family who I love and going to spend Christmas with the love of my life in Hawaii, I was like, sign me up.
Was Michelle truly plotting a quiet exit? Or was it all just another wild chapter in the internet's favorite drama? The mystery deepened with every new whisper. For a time, this explosive storyline gripped certain corners of social media like wildfire. People dissected Michelle's every move, trying to spot signs of emotional distress that could confirm the rumors. Was her absence from major public appearances a clue? Was her radiant smile at events masking something deeper? Even the way she carried herself while traveling on official business became a subject of speculation. Did her eyes reveal a hidden sadness? Was there tension in her body language? Sensational online threads declared they had cracked the code, insisting that Michelle's picture-perfect appearances were a carefully crafted act to hide her inner turmoil. But as the theories grew louder, something important was missing: facts. Despite the flood of gossip, few credible sources ever stepped in to verify these claims. Mainstream media outlets remained silent. No breaking news alerts declared that Michelle had left her home or made drastic life changes in response to a supposed confession. There were no official confirmations of a marital split, no reliable witnesses confirming she had purchased property abroad, and certainly no hard evidence linking Barack Obama to Jennifer Aniston. The claims were running wild, but the proof simply wasn't there. Still, the rumor machine kept churning. Tabloid-style blogs and clickbait headlines spun new angles daily, fueling a dramatic tale. Michelle devastated and preparing for legal action, Jennifer Aniston trapped in a scandal that could wreck her image, and Barack Obama allegedly facing the collapse of both his marriage and his carefully built legacy. Each retelling of the story made it feel as though something monumental was unfolding, just out of reach of conventional journalists. As the drama hit new heights, skeptics began asking the obvious. If no legitimate evidence exists, why does this story refuse to die? The answer lies in the public's obsession with power couples and the magnetic pull of scandal. Michelle and Barack Obama aren't just any pair. They're admired across political lines for their grace, unity, and influence. But when larger-than-life figures like them become the center of controversy, even the faintest whispers can snowball into a media frenzy. Jennifer Aniston, a Hollywood icon cherished for her unforgettable roles and her highly publicized personal life, has long been a magnet for media attention.
Oxygen, they weren't fit for the climb, right? And one of the hardest things is like when you discover that, do you stop? Do you go back because there was one member that wasn't ready? Or do you keep climbing and sort of leave them where they are?
Mix her name with Barack and Michelle Obama, a glamorous celebrity tangled in a web of scandal alongside one of the most admired political couples, and you have a recipe for viral chaos. A supposed betrayal, a beloved actress, and a respected first lady embroiled in emotional upheaval. It's the kind of narrative that practically writes itself, feeding endless speculation. What's new in this latest twist? The claim that Michelle Obama has finally responded directly. As the internet descends into yet another frenzy, countless posts, blogs, and videos are spreading their exclusive versions of Michelle's reaction. Some say she spilled her thoughts in a yet-to-be-released interview where she addressed the allegations head-on. Others suggest she cryptically hinted at heartbreak through vague, emotion-filled social media posts, without dropping any names. Then there are rumors about a speech Michelle supposedly delivered, subtly touching on themes like loyalty, trust, and integrity. Gossip enthusiasts are convinced it was a veiled confession, implying something behind the scenes has indeed unraveled. Across all these variations of the story, one theme remains consistent. Michelle is no longer silent, and she's making her stance known. At least, according to the internet. But where's the proof? The second anyone tries to find solid evidence, an actual quote, a credible interview, or a recording of Michelle addressing the claims, it all vanishes into thin air. Most sources point back to anonymous accounts, shady insiders, or videos packed with speculation but lacking facts. Yet instead of shutting down the chatter, the lack of evidence only adds fuel to the fire. Some argue that Michelle's response must be subtle and strategic, knowing full well that a direct acknowledgement of any personal crisis would cause a media explosion of epic proportions. Others believe the vagueness is intentional, a carefully crafted PR strategy to protect the Obamas' personal life while keeping the situation under control. And because this rumor involves not just political royalty, but Hollywood royalty, it's impossible to stop the conversation. Fans of Jennifer Aniston eagerly throw in their opinions. Fans of the Obamas passionately defend the couple's unbreakable image. With both camps relying on sparse details and unproven claims, they've built an entire saga where every ambiguous post or appearance becomes a clue in the puzzle. Much of this speculation ties back to Michelle's publicly known values on marriage and family. Her strong stance on unity, trust, and partnership adds emotional weight to the rumors, making it easier for some to believe that if trouble did strike, she wouldn't just walk away quietly. For now, the speculation rages on, without hard evidence, but with plenty of drama to keep everyone glued to the latest updates.
Being together, although we were still stressing about the results of the election and people were in a way, there was a certain kind of need to connect that was going on. There was an excitement, a love, and then we just shut down.
Michelle Obama has never shied away from discussing the ups and downs of her marriage with Barack, openly acknowledging the moments of tension they faced during his meteoric political rise. She's spoken about periods of strain that tested their bond but never broke it, highlighting how open communication, mutual respect, and resilience kept their relationship intact. But now, the latest rumors suggest that something different, something more serious, has pushed her to speak out, a sign that this situation could be at a breaking point. According to this unfolding narrative, Michelle's core values were so deeply violated by the alleged affair that she felt compelled to act. One version claims she quietly left the country to process the betrayal away from the public eye. Another suggests she delivered a subtle yet powerful public statement, carefully worded to maintain her privacy while addressing the pain of broken trust. In this version of events, Michelle didn't directly call out Jennifer Aniston or confirm any affair details. Instead, she allegedly spoke in broader terms about the sting of betrayal, hinting at disappointment in those she once believed in. Her public remarks, whether through interviews, speeches, or appearances, are said to reflect both the heartbreak of being hurt and the inner strength to rise above it. She's been described as urging anyone facing similar challenges to hold on to their self-worth and never let betrayal define them. These whispers seem to fit perfectly with the empowering themes Michelle often shares in her memoir and public speeches, which is why rumor believers are quick to connect the dots. To them, it's obvious. Her general messages about resilience and self-love must be coded references to her own personal turmoil. Adding fuel to the fire, some rumors claim Michelle's response didn't stop at emotional reflection. Supposedly, she issued a pointed criticism of the media's role in amplifying false narratives and tearing families apart. Alleged eyewitnesses at private gatherings say she delivered a striking line: "Our unity is not a spectacle for others to tear down." A statement that, in the eyes of rumor enthusiasts, was her way of acknowledging the affair buzz while denouncing the relentless internet frenzy that feeds on scandal. Whether or not she truly uttered those words, one thing is clear. The lack of verified evidence hasn't stopped believers from dissecting every public statement, convinced they've uncovered hidden meanings. In their minds, Michelle's classy but firm handling of the situation is proof that she's navigating a deeply personal crisis, and she's doing it on her own terms. Michelle Obama's reputation for promoting kindness, grace, and integrity is exactly why many find this alleged response so believable. To her supporters, it fits perfectly. A woman who spent her life defending decency would naturally take a stand against malicious gossip that threatens her family.
That's where the woman, yes, the spa. I worked at the spa on 86th Street, and where they did at the time electrolysis, because it was the late 80s. And they didn't have any of the technology that we had. And one woman did actually say, "Would you like to read this book called Dianetics?" And I had no idea. And I'm like, What is that? And I came home and my mother threw it away, and I don't know what happened. But turned out then I later learned what that was the Scientology.
They argue that her supposed condemnation of online rumor spreading isn't just expected. It's the only response someone with her values would give. But here's the catch. What if Michelle's response is pure fiction? Since no credible media outlet has published any confirmed statement from her, it's entirely possible that this so-called reply is just the latest twist in an ever-evolving rumor mill. It wouldn't be the first time. Rumors often follow a predictable cycle. They stagnate, fade into the background, and then suddenly explode again with a new claim. So-and-so finally breaks their silence. It's a classic move that breathes fresh life into old gossip, generating more clicks, more shares, and endless debate. Once this cycle takes off, the story often grows bigger than ever, despite still being as unsubstantiated as the day it started. The same seems to be happening here. Claims of Michelle's emotional turmoil and sudden exit from the country have gained traction, but they clash hard with reality. Throughout this supposed crisis, Michelle and Barack have been anything but absent. The couple has continued making public appearances, attending events together, giving interviews, and working on their philanthropic initiatives, all while showing no visible signs of strain. Photographers have captured them laughing, sharing lighthearted moments, and standing side by side at charity events. They've been seen traveling together and supporting shared causes, looking every bit like the united couple they've always been. If Michelle was truly devastated or fleeing the country, it's hard to reconcile that with the cheerful public persona she's maintained during this period. And yet, the rumor refuses to die. Its persistence has many explanations. Some suggest that the Obamas' public appearances are a carefully orchestrated front, designed to hide the truth from prying eyes. Others claim the photos and videos of them together are either outdated or meticulously staged as damage control. In this narrative, every candid smile or playful exchange between Michelle and Barack is framed as part of a grand illusion meant to protect their reputation. Despite the lack of hard evidence to back these claims, the rumor cycle soldiers on, fueled by speculation and the internet's insatiable appetite for scandal.
We have for a president that had been observed by Republicans and Democrats previously. And maybe most importantly and most disconcertingly, what we've seen is what some people call truth decay, something that's been accelerated by outgoing President Trump. The sense that not only do we not have to tell the truth.
Whether these appearances are proof of a happy marriage or part of a larger cover-up depends on who you ask. But one thing's for sure, the conversation isn't ending anytime soon. Jennifer Aniston, despite being dragged into this whirlwind of speculation, has kept noticeably quiet. No public comments, no denials, and certainly no dramatic interviews addressing the rumors of an affair with Barack Obama. But for some who are fully invested in the story, her silence is suspicious. They claim it's proof that there's something to hide. Why else wouldn't she shut it down? However, Aniston's track record tells a different story. She spent years brushing off wild headlines linking her to various celebrities, often ignoring the gossip rather than giving it more oxygen. For Hollywood veterans like her, staying quiet isn't uncommon. Celebrities know how fast rumors multiply, and many, including Aniston, prefer not to feed the media circus by publicly addressing every piece of fiction thrown their way. But to certain rumor enthusiasts, that silence becomes a cryptic form of confirmation. They interpret her lack of response as a wink to the scandal's legitimacy, fueling endless online debates. Meanwhile, the idea of Michelle Obama fleeing the country to escape her husband's alleged betrayal is riddled with inconsistencies. No flight logs confirm her departure on a sudden, secretive trip. There are no photos of her looking heartbroken in a hidden overseas location. The The supposed evidence often points to her travels for book tours or humanitarian missions, but here's the catch. Those trips were planned well in advance and made public by event organizers. The line between a pre-scheduled professional tour and a spontaneous flight to process emotional devastation is massive, but rumor fans blur that line with ease. They insist that these official trips are just cover stories, designed to conceal Michelle's true reason for leaving. According to them, the public appearances and philanthropy are merely smokescreens. Adding to the fire, discussions about an impending divorce have gained momentum, with gossip forums and online threads frequently citing unnamed legal experts who supposedly claim Michelle is quietly exploring her options. However, these experts are never named, and no credible sources have confirmed any legal proceedings. Still, that hasn't stopped the rumor machine from imagining late-night meetings with lawyers and secretive settlement discussions. Despite the lack of tangible proof, the narrative keeps evolving. Each time Michelle is spotted abroad or Jennifer avoids addressing the rumors, new theories pop up. The internet has woven this saga so tightly that, for some, no amount of denial or factual evidence could ever fully unwind it. The rumor mill has constructed an elaborate storyline, imagining that Michelle Obama is secretly orchestrating a carefully planned separation on her own terms. According to this narrative, her alleged departure from the U.S. and any cryptic public statements are part of a calculated strategy to quietly rebuild her life outside the spotlight. The grand finale, as rumor enthusiasts see it, is just around the corner, when explosive court documents will supposedly surface, detailing Barack's confession and revealing Jennifer Aniston's involvement in the alleged affair. But there's a glaring problem. Those documents have yet to materialize, and they don't match the reality of the Obamas' highly visible, unified front. Michelle and Barack continue to appear together at public events, share warm exchanges, and demonstrate unwavering support for each other. The supposed divorce plan doesn't seem to be playing out in the real world. Rumors about Michelle's response have taken many forms, each one more dramatic than the last. Some claim she's been heartbroken and betrayed. Others suggest she's furious, ready to unleash her fury in the courtroom. Then, there are the stories that paint her as defiant, using the crisis as an opportunity to champion empowerment. In this version, Michelle is a beacon of strength, encouraging others to walk away from painful situations and reclaim their autonomy. This particular interpretation casts her as a role model for anyone feeling trapped in a difficult relationship. The idea is simple. If Michelle Obama, known for her resilience and authenticity, can reach a breaking point, then anyone can find the courage to do the same. These theories lean heavily on real elements of Michelle's public image, her honesty, her openness about challenges, and her advocacy for women's well-being. But they're woven into a tale that's largely speculative, if not entirely fictional. What keeps this narrative alive is the seamless blending of fact and fiction. Michelle's real-life values are constantly overlaid onto an unverified story, creating a captivating narrative that feels believable even without concrete proof. But here's the reality. Based on the accessible public record, Michelle Obama has made no direct comments regarding the affair rumors. Her interviews, speeches, and social media posts contain no references to Jennifer Aniston, and she hasn't hinted at any betrayal involving her husband. Likewise, there's been no sign of legal action, emotional breakdowns, or any steps suggesting a marital rift. Barack Obama hasn't commented on the rumors either, and nothing about his public appearances suggests he's dealing with personal turmoil. While the internet continues to speculate, the Obamas remain as composed and united as ever, leaving the rumor enthusiasts grasping at shadows without any hard evidence to back their claims. So, where do these sensational claims really stand? For many observers, they highlight what's become a common internet phenomenon, a wild narrative driven by the public's appetite for scandal and drama. From start to finish, the idea that Michelle Obama has responded to an alleged affair between Barack Obama and Jennifer Aniston appears to be just another layer added to a long-standing web of rumors. And here's the key point: none of it has ever been confirmed by a credible source. While social media is bursting with posts, theories, and amateur sleuths attempting to connect dots that don't exist, the hard truth remains. There's no solid, verifiable evidence of any affair, confession, or reaction from Michelle. Until documented proof comes to light or Michelle Obama herself addresses the issue head-on, this story will stay firmly planted in the realm of baseless speculation. It's a compelling mix of political prestige and Hollywood sparkle, which explains why it's so hard for some to resist. But for those who prioritize facts over fiction, the smart move is to focus on the Obamas' actual public actions and statements. Their visible unity, continued philanthropic work, and joyful appearances together directly contradict the dramatic tale of betrayal and emotional exile. As it stands, the supposed revelation and Michelle's rumored response look like nothing more than an internet-fueled illusion. Captivating for some, frustrating for others, but ultimately without any solid footing in reality. Yet, as history shows, once the rumor mill starts spinning, it's hard to stop. If you enjoyed diving into this story and want more exclusive updates on the biggest Hollywood and political dramas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Join the conversation, stay ahead of the latest gossip, and we'll catch you next time. See you in the next one!